Let's name her Michelle because Michelle means gift from God. Today, back on the cinema scale, we have Ordinary Angels. A struggling hairdresser finds a renewed sense of purpose when she meets a struggling father working hard to care for his two daughters. With his youngest critically ill and waiting for a liver transplant, the fierce woman single handedly rallies an entire community to help. The film stars Hilary Swank as Sharon, alongside Alan Ritchson as Ed Schmidt. The movie centers around the life of Sharon struggling to find purpose in life based on a shady background, challenges from her own personal upbringing, and the realities of life. Also, some other familial challenges that she has. She attaches herself to this man, Ed, and his circumstances in life. And so she plays this role of this very upbeat, put together woman who can manage her finances. She's very in your face in this particular movie. She has a sense of boldness, and she's dealing with some unique challenges among the many things that she has to deal with in this particular film. And she's trying to help this father this father come to terms with the loss of his wife, this father to overcome the challenges that are tantamount to losing a wife in death and having an ill daughter. You have these two characters developing. You think the movie's going to go in one direction, but it takes a different turn, as it were, because he plays the character, Alan Ritchson, Ed Schmidt. He plays this character that's very nasty, grumpy, a bit standoffish, but of course that makes sense. The man just lost his wife. But then you introduce the character of Sharon. She's very well balanced. She's very motherly like without taking the role of the mother, as it were. And who better to play that role than Hilary Swank? This movie will take you through emotional roller coasters. It will cause you to reason on your own childhood, your own background. There's moments in this movie I'm like, wow, dag, Dad, where are you at, And so that is the entire focal point of this movie, and that's where the story kind of builds itself. Again, it is based on a true story, and so there are some things that are obviously filled in, but the overall movie is pretty accurate in connection with how things portrayed or were portrayed in connection with the lives of Ed Schmidt and Sharon. I will say one thing that I really truly enjoyed about this movie was the performance of its two leading actors, obviously Hilary Swank and Alan Ritchson. But I really enjoyed the daughters too. Skywalker Hughes plays Ashley Schmidt, and when she's on the screen, when she comes in for her moment, you are literally engaged in her character. You are emotionally connected and invested. Emily Mitchell, she plays the character of Michelle Schmidt, that is the youngest daughter whom is in need of this particular life-altering, life-changing surgery. When you're dealing with an actress that young, sometimes it can be like, oh, she's cute, but her lines are kind of scripted, or oh, she's cute, but she's not really bringing much to the character. It's just, and for a movie like this, you need someone like that to drive the film because you're trying to feel sorry for this little girl, and that's exactly what you end up doing. You feel sorry for this little girl that she was born under such hard circumstances. She did her part. She left you feeling captivated. You will leave this movie theater feeling something because Emily Mitchell's portrayal of Michelle Schmidt was just spot on. Excellent performance, well captivated, well played out by this young actress. There's a nice, strong chemistry with this cast that just makes you feel good about yourself. It's a natural film. So it's one of those movies where it's like, Ordinary Angels, I don't really know what it's about. Doesn't really seem like my cup of tea. Seems like it's going to be your ordinary movie. But the way they develop this particular story, it will have you on the edge of your seat. It will move you to emotional tears. And it's just a nice, clean, smooth plot development. And interestingly enough, there is healthy character development. In this movie, you do find yourself having these moments with Ed as the dad, just hating this guy. I'm like, wow, this guy is pretty ungrateful, you know what I mean? But that's real, right? When persons are trying to do something out of kind heart, sometimes it's not always reciprocated well. And so to portray that on film, And to balance that out with the grief of his wife and then the struggling circumstances that he finds himself in, well done. Well done. There's a nice balance. There's a nice chemistry. There's a nice flow. The movie picks up very fast. The first scene, you're engaged into the film. It goes right from the circumstances of Sharon's life to the point where you're connected with the character and you're anxious to see what someone of this portrayal is going to be able to do moving forward for someone else that is in a greater need than her, essentially. There are moments in the film where I'm just like, wow, Hilary Swank. Last time I saw Hilary Swank, it was Freedom Writers. And there's something unique about her presence in this particular movie. She's struggling with this problem. She's struggling with that problem. But throughout all of this, it's an underdog story. But the underdog story that's developed in this particular move is indeed heroic. It's motivating. It's captivating. It's a family film, to say the least. It is filled to the brim with moments that will just shock you about the challenges of everyday life. But the performances were well, clean, straightforward film, good, raw emotion. Emotion that's just right there in front of your face. Just this excellent portrayal in connection with this movie, and just strong character development. Nice plot lines you're able to keep up with, and I'm just like wow, like I'm literally sitting in this theater and thinking to myself, this is just one of those movies where it really, you question real life. You really question just how twisted things are in real life for those who are really trying their best. And so it is a story of fatherhood, and it's really going to reach those individuals who are going through a hard time so that they too can be able to continue to prevail over their circumstances. Now, after the film, there are some real life facts that you're going to want to stay for to be able to get that closure, to get that emotional closure in connection with this movie. Ordinary Angels, guys. Let me know what you thought about this particular movie in the comments. Did it move you to action? Did it move you to tears? Did it give you emotional gas? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment thread. Keep on keeping, guys. Ordinary Angels. Peace out.